Scottish team on the right of your picture. Part of the colour in the stands here at Twickenham. I'm your match commentator, Scott Hastings, alongside me, former New Zealand captain Carl Tanana. And Carl, well, a lot of work to be done for the Scots. They opened with a draw against France by 14 points each, then beat Kenya 24 points to 12. But to continue that good form, can they secure a quarter-final place at Twickenham with a win over Portugal?
Scotty, you're talking about the attacking threats for the Scottish team, and that's exactly what they want. Ben Krause in charge of this 182nd match on the Sevens World Series, but Scotland, they need to get points up. They've got a 19-point differential ahead of Kenya, so they want to pile on some points against this Portuguese team.
So Scotland's Scott White wearing the blue of Scotland,
Ready?
kicking off against Portugal wearing their traditional red. Plenty of hang time in that kick, beautifully taken there by Guedes on that far side. Portugal have the ability to beat some of the best teams on the circuit.
Clear release.
Defeated Wales in Paris in the Shield final. But if they are to remain a core team, well, I don't think they're going to be able to get through to the quarter-finals. So it all depends tomorrow on who they're clinging on to. And that's Russia, also languishing at the bottom of the Sevens World Series table. Pedro Leal then for the Portuguese. Throws that wide pass out to Nuno Guedes. And then backing himself on that far outside channel, Thiago Fernandes. Portugal prepared to spread the ball. That wasn't accurate from them. The ball in João Lino. Leal with a little spin, and James Johnson tries to go in with the tackle. Wide pass with Thomas Appleton. Guedes, such a great ball player, this Portuguese playmaker. Thomas Appleton is in support. Guedes goes in at scrum half then. Recycling the ball. Portugal inching their way up the field. Lino again tackled by Johnston. And more passes being strung together by the Portuguese team. That one bounces awkwardly. And adjudged to be forward. Nuno Guedes.
Listen up, mate.
Just when they're starting to build too, that's a disappointing end to a great build-up by the Portuguese. But that's the third occasion the ball went to ground in the midfield. There it is there, Thomas Appleton. Just a hint of a knock-on, unfortunately for Nuno Guedes. He couldn't take it on the full, but you'd have to say equally great defence here by the Scottish team. Very patient, good their time, and now they have a great opportunity.
Set.
Well, then will be found by Nick McLennan. White to Johnston. Look at Damien Hoyland here. Riddle switches play. Scotland noted as a passing team. Here's Jamie Farndale. Farndale with the fend. Now there's a sweeper to beat. Oh, he does it with ease. Round he goes outside Pedro Leal. And this youngster, Jamie Farndale, well, that's his 26th try on the Sevens World Series circuit.
We spoke about the Scottish team being a nice passing side, and they did it brilliantly. There was a nice distribution from the last pass to Farndale. There it is right there. Gets him in space. He's quite a physical specimen, isn't he, Jamie Farndale? Nice outside break. Got a big unit sitting on the wing. Look at his footwork and then the strength and speed.
Scotland's top try scorer on the series. Made his debut in London this time last year and returns to where it all started. He's been included in the GB squad, that 25-man squad that was selected a couple of weeks ago.
Well, the secret to their whole movement was when they got the ball from the scrum, they spread it wide to Damien Hoyland straight away, and he had to go on the outside. It drew in the defence, and then Jamie Farndale parked himself nice and deep, received the pass, running onto it.
Time back
See
on.
one of the Portuguese players
Yeah,
coming
he's
off.
got-
Unfortunately, looked like an ankle complaint.
Well, great take by Hoyland down the flank. He scored a try against Kenya where he took the ball and then ran in.
On the side, kicking it.
He'll be joining the Scotland 15-a-side team, Carl, that's going out to play 2
to
test
survive the
matches against
contact.
Japan next month.
I wasn't sure.
Well, he deserves it too, and great recognition
I wasn't sure.
for the Sevens program.
And you remember last year he was in the dream team out in Wellington, so really made his mark in Wellington last year. Wraparound movement is good from Scotland now. Can they polish off? Johnston, a little bit lateral at this moment in time. He has to straighten. Tackles made by
Listen,
Thiago
Nick.
Fernandes.
Right.
Now ball recycled. Little step there from McLennan. Nick McLennan.
Stay on.
Balls at the back there. And eventually Scotland recycled down that short side. Johnston fighting to stay in touch. Scotland looking to recycle the possession and sniping round the outside. It's Damien Hoyland.
Well, I like the patience of the Scottish team at the moment. I think that's an area where they really have grown. Last week, they were exactly the same. They didn't get the rub of the green, but they played some inspired football sevens in Paris, and they seem to have carried that on. You can see here, that goes on the outside. They set it up nicely. The Scottish captain, there's a nice clean out. Look at the space on the right-hand side for Hoyland.
Good awareness from Hoyland. He knew where the space was. Hoyland skips in for that try. Scotland extend their lead to 12 points to 0. Conversion to come off the upright by Scott White. The score stays at 12-0, and Damien Hoyland, well, sucking the air in, getting the lungs working. Another good kick-off by Scotland. Their kick returns have been excellent, and it was something that Callum McRae mentioned, the Scotland coach, at the start of the tournament. If we can get our kick-offs right, it'll be good. But they haven't got their defence right, because the skipper of Portugal, Pedro Leal, dots down between the sticks, and that's his 100th try on the Sevens World Series. Such a great little servant for this Portuguese team.
Well, he's been around for a long time, Pedro Leal, as he taps the chest. You see that the Scottish team just stopped. Quite unusual, but Pedro Leal has been around for a very, very long time. He's a warrior for Portugal rugby. Congratulations, part of the 100 try club.
No mean feat when you think about all the tournaments that they play in. This is 65th. 100 tries, and such a... Well, pop it down your CV. I scored 100 tries on the Sevens circuit. It's quite a feat, isn't it? It's quite a thought. All those fitness sessions, all that preparation, all the game time, all the hard work that goes in. Guedes, oh, lovely little chip and kick here. Taking on the far side and running in. Well, was a tackle came in. Pedro Silverio.
Roll.
Good defence from Scotland, though.
Yeah, nice kick pass there by Portugal, but there was great defence from Jamie Farndale. Outstanding.
Hoyland, that dangerous step. He is strong as well.
Tackle!
Up towards that 22-metre line. Well, Portuguese player in that headband. João Lino was in an offside position.
If there's any more offside, he'd be in the back line for Scotland there. Lino.
Scott White decides that's enough of the first half. Scotland know that if they can go in with a win, they'll get through to the quarter-finals. Half-time then, Scotland 12, Portugal 7.
More of an edge from 2 and 3 at the moment. We're happy just to lead the line and get it to the end. a bit more in the middle. Great, gets that transfer. One, getting close, it's an easy pass. Two, put the pace on, and then we start to get the momentum to play. Okay, defensively, that's a disappointing one to concede. Three guys appealing to the referee. Whistle's not been blown and he walks through. We play to the whistle, okay? Tackler, more aggressive. That first phases, we allowed them to just play phase after phase. Tackler, get up, make a fight of it. Let's reset. This will not just happen. Let's go get it. Come on. Next up.
Callum McRae just pleading for his players to be more urgent at the breakdown, get off the deck tackle and try and challenge the ball. They've been too passive in that area and letting Portugal dominate and just be happy to concede. Pedro Leal scoring a timely try for Portugal to keep them in this one. The all-important score after the half is going to make a huge toll on this game. Portuguese get it, now Scotland will be in for a scrap. If Scotland get it, I think the floodgates will open.
Portugal kick off in this second half against Scotland. This Pool C game. James Johnson for Scotland. And Scotland attacking from deep once again. Hugh Blake with a little step. And Jamie Farndale on that far side gets the pass on to Blake. Riddle into Hoyland. He's prepared to stretch it. Has Johnson on the outside. Johnson happy just to stop, pull the ball back, concede a little bit of territories that Scotland rebuild their phase again. White on that far side. Now this is Farndale. Will he back himself? Oh, Farndale's just taken down the side. Great tackle. But Farndale has the strength. And Farndale goes in for a wonderful try.
Scotland look good when they back themselves on the edge, and that's what Jamie Farndale did on this occasion. One-on-one, and he gets on the outside. I love wingers that back themselves. See here, they straighten the loop around, just holds up to the fence. Here's the 2-on-1. Scott White delivers the pass beautifully, great timing. And Farndale right there decides to kick it into fourth gear, uses his leg drive. Look at him there, go to work. Great try.
Well, he's shown his strength on the wide outside. He took on Diego Fernandez, stripped him down that side. And thumbs up as he's substituted after that run, and 2 tries to the good in this game. Conversion wasn't successful. Another way look at this try then. Still had a lot to do.
Great ball movement though, Scotty, from the Scottish team. They were patient, they got the ball away from the contact there, and they found space, they nailed it.
So Scotland will have to just keep their form. Portugal, however, will have something to say as they rebuild up over the halfway line. This is Leal, the Portuguese skipper. Guedes shows the ball, but there's an overlap here. If Vasco Ribeiro can get the ball away, and he does. Out to Diego Fernandez. Fernandez up and over that halfway line, but Scotland pressing that defence, ensuring that Portugal have to work their systems from deep. There's that halfway line, Thomas Appleton, and look again, that blue line for Scotland pressing up. They're not in an offside position, and Portugal having to attack. Guedes, ball bounces kindly for Vasco Ribeiro. And Fernandez. Oh, Fernandez with a great step takes 2 Scottish players out. And Portugal, they were so patient there to build towards that try.
You're right, Scotty, they went 30 metres backwards before they went forwards. They were patient, you see there, letting the ball do the work. This is a nice little in and away. Does Scott White easily. It's another defender from Scotland. Trips over. Very impressive by Diego Fernandez.
Yeah, he's really caught the eye, Diego Fernandez. 19 years of age. He was an extended squad last season before he made his debut in Glasgow. Played here in London last year. The conversion is good from Leal. Portugal within 3 points to Scotland. 17-14 in Scotland's favour. 3.5 minutes in the clock, everything to play for. Scotland chasing a place in the quarter-final.
Who's ball?
And Portugal languishing at the foot of the Sevens World Series table.
Thank you.
Now Dougie Fife is off the bench. Fife goes on their outside arc. Got isolated a little bit.
But it's off it. It's over.
Scott White then, the Scotland captain. Used to play for the Melrose Rugby Club, where the game of sevens was invented. Good step there by young Glenn Bryce. Bryce gets the support of Hugh Blake. Now Blake, will he back himself? He's got Leal as the sweeper for Portugal. He makes the tackle. Scotland have got numbers here. If they can get the ball out wide here, surely James Fleming, and Fleming skips on the outside. Out sprints Pedro Silverio, and James Fleming of Scotland will touch down, and surely that will be Scotland into the quarter-finals.
Geez, they had to work hard for that try though. Portugal chasing everything. Little stop and prop there from Glenn Bryce. Nice inside ball, like it here. Backs himself, does Hugh Blake, and they set it up nicely. Look at the way they're able to get their bridger there quickly. The halfback as well, and it's just through the hands. Weight of numbers.
Conversion to come from Scott White is good. So Scotland now to lead by 24 points to 14. And I think that try, well, it summed it all up in the saying, let the ball do the work, Carl Tanana.
Because they've had to work so hard, when you get easy tries like that, and what I mean by easy, you don't have to take the contact, you take those all day.
James Fleming's 76th try in his Sevens World Series career. So Dougie Fife goes back with the ball. Scotland retaining the possession. Riddle makes a half break there. Another penalty.
Through here, you need to come
Scotland.
around. That's the second one in 2 minutes.
Scott White just directing operations. Glenn Bryce has a wee half stick. This is Magnus Bradbury, the youngster who performed so well in the Junior World Championship out in Italy last year. That's in the 15s game. Fleming teases on the outside. Riddle ran the line, but intercepted illegally by João Alinho.
That's a penalty in 2 minutes.
So Alinho is in the bin. His work on day one is done.
What a tough spot to defend now. Just too many
Repeated infringement, breakdown.
penalties here by the Portuguese, and well, they want to finish with a flourish here. Scotland be tough to keep out.
Yeah, power play, 7 players against 6, and Scotland will have a set play here. Extra man is on the outside, and Fleming, well, they made it look so easy. And the reason it was so easy was there was a man up. Terribly hard to defend against. And Fleming, his 77th try.
Well, you still got to execute, and that's the impressive thing by the Scottish side. They're very inventive from their tap kicks. You can see that the big wide pass.
Yeah,
It's like a training run move, wasn't it? But they still had to get the job done, and they did.
Scott White, the 30-year-old, played in the Commonwealth Games for Scotland. Well, that's a nice little nudge that splits the uprights, and a polished performance there for Scotland. And they will head into the quarter-finals tomorrow. It wraps up a successful day